First, I have to take you way, way, way back. I'm about 10 years old. Jesus, my big brother, is about 12. Now the question is, what do young boys, young Jewish boys, at that time do throughout the day? They loved helping Father. But the most favorite thing of all of them is they play games. Now, back in those days, there weren't a lot of games to play, but their favorite game was hide and seek. Now, I want you to picture this. I'm James. I'm 10. My big brother Jesus is a couple of years older than I am. I can never find him, but he can always find me. Now, imagine, I'm still about 10 years old, and it's time for us to go to Jerusalem for Passover. Now, we do this every year, and every year I have the same response. Mom, Dad, I don't want to do it again this year. We did this last year. And every year, Father gives me some words of encouragement. And I don't like his words of encouragement. Father's always up in the front of this caravan. He's kind of the patriarch for the community. Mother usually lags behind with some of the other women and some of the smaller children. Well, I start heading back there to find Mother. Now, for a young 10-year-old boy, what's the shortest distance between any 2 points? A zigzag. I gotta see him, I gotta see them, I gotta go back and forth, and I finally get back to the back. And there's Mother. I'm gonna do an inventory. There's Mother. There's 1, 2, 3. There's Mother. There's 1, 2. I don't see Jesus. This goes on for 2 days. Finally, the third day, we get up bright and early. Sun's up. I said, Mother, I think I know where Jesus is. Okay, fine. Where do you think he is? Well, I think he's in the temple. And why would you think he's in the temple? Well, because when we got to town the other day, he said he was going to the temple. Well, why didn't you tell us that before? Well, Mother, I tried, but we're making our way through the crowd. There he is. I hear his voice. And I'm thinking, I'm vindicated. Finally, Jesus has done something wrong. He's going to get a whooping. He's going to get the best whooping I've ever seen. He's never gotten a whooping. He can always talk his way out of it. He's getting a whooping this time. I remember seeing this man coming through this crowd. There were hundreds of people there. And he's being led by another man. And the one man, I could tell that he was blind. He had a walking stick. And he's trying to make his way through the crowd. And he walks right up to Jesus. And Jesus asked him, point blank, what do you want? And this man looks at him. I'm thinking, Jesus, that's a pretty stupid question. What do you think he wants? And the man responded with simple words. I want to see. I want to see. I remember this one day. There were thousands of people that came to hear Jesus. There were probably 10, maybe 15,000 people that were there. We counted about 5,000 men alone, not including all the women and children. It's late in the day, and one of the disciples said, Master, shouldn't we send them off so they could get something to eat? And Jesus, he had a great sense of humor. He looks at the disciple and he says, no, you feed them. And then he turned, he started to walk away. And he's laughing the whole time. They got about halfway into the middle of the Sea of Galilee, and this storm came up. The thunder, the lightning, the waves, the wind, the rain, it was horrible. Jesus was up on the hillside spending time with the Father. Finally, it was time for him to meet them. And what does Jesus do? He walks on the water.